Hello and welcome to Ostriv on map 4. Let's go to speed 2. Speed 1. We're looking at the view of our new cowsheds with their associated pastures here. And let's eliminate that red borderline for a moment. Let's see if we can get a better perspective of our town. Yeah, that's quite nice. Yeah, so plenty of cowsheds now, plenty of livestock, producing a lot of dairy items. So this town likes its apples, I should say, loves its apples. Now it's becoming very accustomed to its varied dairy products. If we bring back the UI, um, these girls are still complaining that there's not enough milk to start production. But if we go to resources and scroll down to this section, we have had over 4,000 units of milk go bad. So I don't know what they're talking about. Maybe the milk just isn't getting delivered fast enough, which could be an issue. So therefore, if you look at the top build queue, after a secondary, just to make sure that we're not wasting so much milk, eventually we're going to go a carpentry, which is here, and then a, what's it called? Trade and transport, not cart parking. We'll have dedicated cart workers. Cart shed. Yeah, we'll build a cart shed. Actually, let's go ahead and do that now. Next to our carpentry. Yeah. And maybe these guys can help with the logistics side of our dairy industry. Let's go here. Okay, we've also got row houses queued up. Let's go take a look at that. Yeah, so off camera, it took me maybe a good half an hour to get this combination of buildings right because it was either giving me the too short warning to squeeze them in, and if I made it too long, then these two buildings would get all messed up. So yeah, they're all ready to go, and I think that's going to look pretty good. Um, I was also messing about with placing the dog rose bushes before putting the wells down, and that seems to work really well because the wells clip into the bushes, but the if you go to the bushes, they don't clip well into buildings. So you kind of got to go the other way around. Place the bushes, then place your items like benches and wells and things, which is a little bit odd because you kind of want to decorate last, right? Well, I essentially like to do it that way. Yeah, let's go to speed 3. What else do I have to tell you guys? Yeah, basically from here, let's see. I should drop back on the purchasing of garlic. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I did allocate some fresh fish to be sold to eliminate this fish perishing. Maybe our fishery workers are not salting them fast enough. And yeah, I think that's good to go. Yeah, so over here, where are we here? Yeah, they're selling now fresh fish, just in case these guys aren't salting this fish fast enough, which is kind of odd because they got loads of salt. So maybe the batch size 50. Can I just change that? Batch size 50 doesn't look like it. Okay. Pan you Panutine? Sell you some clothes? Sure. what else can we buy? Oh, let's check our window glass. That's fine for now. Okay. The other thing I wanted to check was, yeah, we've got a huge stockpile of shoes, which means if I go to the trading post, this is 2000, 2000, which means if we go to trade limits, I've already sold 2000 this year. So therefore, if I crank this number up, the Dagachi food fetish uh, civilians will have more access to shoes. I think I need to adjust this number too, right? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the number's going up. Okay. What else did I want to check? The other thing I noticed, just debugging my own games here, is that here under resource supply, if I didn't have workers by hand checked, so which means that the workers weren't getting enough water from the wells, which I find really weird. Um, so if I go to resource supply, the worker by cart and labourer by cart were not going to the well. So this leads me to believe that getting water from a well is only hand supplied, or can only be accessed by workers by hand, if that makes sense. Speaking of which, this guy can no longer draw water from a well. Poor fella broke his hand. Okay. Yeah, what else do we have to check? I think that's it. What else? Just checking my this barley. Yeah. Okay. So let's get another hop yard in because it looks like we're making absolute loads or an excess of barley, which doesn't go bad, but eventually it's going to be filling up our farms, right? Which is interesting. Barley can also be a food. I could feed barley to chickens, which is not a bad idea for an additional industry building, right? I can sell chicken meat and chicken eggs. Okay, Drakachi, you want your shoes? That is so ridiculous. There you go. Bang. That just made almost 1,000 Ostriv coins. That is bonkers. All right. Shoe industry, folks. Might be onto something here. You go dairy industry for the food variety, and then you turn the leather into shoes for a ridiculous amount. Okay, we need lots of lime. We're very low in iron. Okay, let's crank that up. Okay, I think we're good now. All right, there go all our our export revenues. Okay, yeah, let's get a hop yard in. Maybe somewhere here. Maybe somewhere here on this really wobbly terrain. Yeah, okay. Let's do a nice big one. Yeah, let's have it face that path. Hit F1. Yeah, let's get it nice and parallel to these guys. Why not? Let's do a nice big one. Yeah, and let's make sure that our hop lines. Actually, you could make this smaller, right? And it wouldn't have an impact on the number of, or the quantity of it producing, right? Because this line here, if I go further, it doesn't introduce another hop line. So I can go like that. Yeah, okay. It's interesting observation to note if you guys want to min-max your hop yards, right? Okay, so I want this as square as possible, right? So this is kind of trapezoidal. So if I spin this way, then it also needs to be trapezoidal, right? I think it's looking pretty square though. The other thing I want to do is adjust this so that uh, I can have two rows of hops either side of the building, right? So if I go here, row of hops at the back, row of hops at the front, yeah, done. Okay, we've got a nice build queue ready to go. All right, how are these ladies going with their milk? Looks like this is being delivered. What about work by cart? That help. Oh, there we go. That seemed to. Oh, yeah, look at them all. Oh, I just saw a financial issue pop up. Yeah, it's flickering, but it should be okay. The other thing I wanted to do was relocate this forestry. Because if you check the mini map, they're that big, kind of like paintbrush dollop of forest that the map generated with is now all cut down, although it's still that could be a future update, right? Updating the mini map. Right, so what I did though is got these guys to cut down the trees on this peninsula and then cutting these trees down in preparation for a bridge that I want here. And then I'll relocate the forestry to have access to all this forest. But yeah, we're going to be deforesting a lot of it, unfortunately, um, up to the point where, the forestry has access to plant trees and you essentially, uh, you can do something like that. Yeah. All right. Balaklia, can we sow you flour? Our flour exports have recently been overshadowed by our more profitable shoe exports to Nakachi, but there's still an excellent, reliable source of trade. What are we doing here? More lime? Yeah, let's do 1,000 top off. Stone? Sure. Let's go 4,000. All right. Hey, what's going on here? Out of food. Really? You got potatoes, you got flour, you've got salt. There you go. You're fine. Who finally was that? This guy? There you go. You're feasting on butter. Dairy industry coming into play. All right, what we're working on? Carpentry. Oh yeah, let's go check out new buildings, which I've been neglecting. Let's get the dairy workers in, and let's apply to all. Perform pre preventive. Preventive. I always thought that word was preventative. Preventative? Preventive. Hmm. I'll check that later. I've been using Chat GPT a lot to fact check stuff I hear and just for my own sanity. Uh, what if you guys do the same? Just you hear, someone just throw out this bizarre piece of information. You're like, is that really so? All right, let's get a bunch of guys in here. Not enough metal parts. I should have thought about that. Metal parts. This should be okay. Alright, metal parts are going up. Let's check resource supply. Let's not do by hand, because I don't want you guys running all the way across the map. And go for these guys. Okay. Marifa. There you go. 220. Let's check our warm clothes. Warm clothes is fine. What else can we sell you? Our salt reserves. Is that? That's the land route. So let's check our. We should be selling salt. Is there a trade limit on salt? Yes, there is. Okay, let's go to 2500. And this number should go up because this only keeps this 0 is how much the trading post keeps. Not it should be independent of whether it's traded it away or not. Look at the shoes November. Let's see if we can get even more shoes. I mean, is 4,000 ridiculous per year? Probably. All right. Cart shed almost done. There we go. Let's not use you for construction. Why not fill it up? Plenty of workers. Tavern, huh? There's beer in stock, so you guys should be okay. There you go. Hmm. Oh, right, forgot to unpause these guys. Which one is the one with the arch? I think it was that one. Yeah, let's put you up the top and activate. Okay, Blacklear. Sell you some flour. A few items of clothing. Iron top up, sure, since I've clicked you. Lime, yeah, let's go 2000. Stone. Yeah, let's buy all your stone. Okay. All right, let's check our bricks. 3,000, 5,000 total, more or less. Yeah, so we're going to be short on bricks for these two. So in the meantime, oops, did I put that ahead of the queue? Probably. All right, let's go with like that. Okay. And in between these two, let's build this bridge. Yeah. All right, let's get a nice stone bridge. And maybe you guys remember, but I had this plan of having a nice straight avenue coming all the way down here to a stone bridge. So let's do that. Space is occupied by what? Hmm. Yeah, we don't want to go too high up the hill. Oh, that's gonna look janky, isn't it? Hmm. What if I start the bridge from all the way back here? Is that gonna help things? That looks so silly. All right, so somewhere here. All right. Yep. No, it doesn't need to have that extended arch. So here. Okay, that seems to be a good enough starting. Maybe. Can I go here? Is that better? I think that looks better, right? So we can line this up. All right, so somewhere here, 1600. Let's check it from the other angle at the 1600 stone. Yeah, if I go higher, it looks weird. Okay, so 1600, and let's make this line up with this church building in the distance. See that? That's kind of where I want it lining up. So there, do it. Cool. All right, what else can we do? This is looking nice. All right. Good. Let's check out. Okay, new January. Let's check our wealth. Whoa, you guys have a lot of money. All right, let's crank up the taxes on the barber and the tavern. So if we go to treasury, another way you can make some money is to go to, where is it? Yeah, here. Tavern's tax, barber surgery's tax. So let's give. Barber's making more than the tavern, so let's do that. See what happens. We'll check on those guys at the end of the year if I remember. Alright. Can't fullness. No, we could do better than that. Let's go 75%. Okay. Cool. Murpha, just when I was about to think about decorating. Alright, 390. Oh, I clicked 8, so 380 it is. Salt, excellent. Bang. Good salt trade. And from you guys, since I clicked you, let's get 100 warm clothes topped up. Okay, great. Brickworks. Yeah, you guys are busy again. Okay. It's good. That tavern, huh? Holding you guys back. Let's check out Eastwood Brewing. You guys are all out sewing, correct? Maybe we turn off the seasonal hiring. Yeah. Yeah, we need you guys in the we need you guys brewing. Okay. Is there beer in stock? Yeah, there's 600 beer in stock. You guys just aren't feeding the people fast enough, huh? Hmm. This might mean we need another tavern. Yeah. I've had this problem in a previous game where one tavern couldn't keep up. Like, even though I had a granary full of beer right next to it, they just couldn't supply their own tavern fast enough. All right, Takachi, shoe fetish. Here you go. 2450. Charcoal. 1000. Sew some clothes? Sure. And from you guys, lime? Quick glance at the treasury, we're okay. Let's do a little bit of lime, a little bit of iron. Good. Okay, so let's get another tavern down. All right, this is like the city center tavern, right? Um, what about our brick workers and our dairy workers? And the dairy ladies can flirt with the brick workers at the ta local tavern. Yeah, and this tavern will be nicknamed the Ladies' Tavern because of all the female workers in this area. Yeah. Okay. Hop yard. Speaking of ladies working, let's. Good. Quarter at the beginning of the year, so they can start sewing already. Excellent. All right. So yeah, row house, Stonebridge Tavern. I mean, this is fine now, but I think we'll future-proof, right? Let's get a tavern in here. Where do we want it? This here looks pretty central. Yeah, it does look pretty central. Let's go at right angles to you. And how do we want to orient it? Like so? Do you want it facing the sun? Yeah, maybe you could do a little garden out the front. That could be nice. Here also looks pretty good. Yeah, I think we'll just do a small one here with a little area at the front for our patrons to sit and enjoy. Sure. So let's give the back a little bit of breathing room, and the front can have the benches and some decorations. How about that? Somewhere here, yeah. Okay, you're up the queue. All right, Marifa. 480. Salt. So if I remember correctly, we just hit our salt export cap for the year, and it's April. Let's check that. We can sell 500 more. Yeah, let's keep an eye on that for the next trade. All right, 672 citizens. April, let's check our resources. A little bit of beetroot, a little bit of fish, flour, garlic. Oh yeah, I was supposed to reduce the garlic purchases. So let's check our granaries. Garlic. Let's reduce each one by roughly 15%. 15%. That's so silly. Let's go 900. If it's 1,000, we'll reduce it to 900. So it's a 10% reduction. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's not get too worked up over being overly precise with our numbers here. You do not purchase garlic. You do. There you go. Don't buy more garlic. Look at this butter and cheese next. So good. Um, we could put more butter and cheese in here, right? Yeah, why not? I mean, this is where the bulk of our relation is at the moment. So let's do this. Okay, it's good. Out of stone, huh? Okay. Wow, I really went through that stone. All right, tavern then stone. 230. Clothes. Ah, there's stone. Excellent. Yeah, we'll buy all of it. Oops. Importing charcoal. How did I do that? Can I cancel that? What a silly move. I don't know how I did that. Oh well, we're buying some excess of charcoal through a misclick. Alright. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Uh, it feels like it's been 2 weeks since I last uploaded. So it feels really nice to get back into Ostriv. See the work we've done so fast. Still see our unfinished avenues and our unfinished row houses coming together. Yeah, that tavern, huh? Okay, now you're out of beer. Let's go check out Eastwood Brewery. Yeah, so these guys are really behind the. You're waiting on hops, huh? Yeah, you're both waiting on hops because we've got absolutely loads of barley. Interesting. Okay, so after the tavern, let's insert another hop yard. Sounds good. More shoes. I can say the completely fulfill Tokachi's shoe fetish. Yeah, now we have loads in export. Let's just sell all that right back. Clothing, sure. Check out lime. Lime is fine. Iron, little top up. Okay, looks good. That was Dokachi. Yeah, so let's get another hop yard in. Next to this one, why not? We copy that. But yeah, I wish that was a thing. You could, when you copy a building, it would copy the exact footprint. Um, do we go right next door or do we leave a path? I think hop yards right next to each other would look pretty good. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's make this a nice big one. Okay, looks good. Oh, yeah, only 50, huh? I could start your batch of 383. There you go. Now we crank you back up, so at least you've got a batch going. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. All right. So lack of beer. What a disaster. Yeah, okay. Hmm. Let's do some decorating. Um, yeah, we decorated this area a few episodes ago. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Nice and bustling. Yeah, we could decorate this area, right? Why not? I mean, this is the next one. It's going to get cut off. So yeah, why not? Let's fill this in. Yeah, be with you in a sec, Jakachi. Okay. Tavern complete. Excellent. All right, Takachi, can we sell his shoes? Yep. We've got loads of chocolate in stock. Let's do 2,000. Sure. As always, let's check out not leather. Let's check out lime. Lime is good. Iron. Yeah. Let's check. Little top up. Okay, tavern. The ladies' tavern. Okay, so maybe we could build a little granary here to get access to beer from here. Yeah, let's do that. Um, unless this has a slot for beer. No, they look pretty full there. All right, let's do a no trade and transport, right? Yeah, smaller granary. Keep it at right angles to you guys. Hmm. Back here could look pretty neat. Yeah, yeah, I like this spot for the granary. All right, hop yard was built. There you go. At least our row houses are getting filled by families that are marrying, right? Yeah. Hmm. Oh, yeah, that was for the tavern, correct? Yeah. Okay. So this grenade goes in. Um, let's unpause you. Let's check our new stone bridge out. Not too bad. I do like the color variance in the stone. It's really pretty. It's like kind of like the rust brown color. Yeah, they did a nice job of the texture here. All right. Now our forestry workers have access to the forest over there, which is nice. All right. More decorating. Sure, let's decorate this tavern area in preparation for our functioning tavern problem. Oh, that's what I did. I did a little shift and I clicked on charcoal. I see what happened. Yeah, I don't know why it does that little jump. I don't know. Let's get more lime for our row houses. Smaller granary. Excellent. We could still hire women here. Let's get two to keep each other company. And let's put beer on the market. 1,000 should be okay. Not by hands. I don't want you. Oh, maybe you can. Maybe you can stroll over to the brewery from there. You can be like those German or Belgian women with the big strong arms that carry all those pints and pints. No, they're bigger than pints. You know what I mean? You see them carrying those huge jugs of ale and maybe 24 at a time or something, and they could be like that. Let's see. Yeah, Odaka could be one of those. Let's take a look. Does she have the going to work? Let's take a look at her. Does she have the big tavern girl arms? Yeah, I'd say that's a yes. And the age, yeah, young tavern wench. And I don't mean wench in an offensive way at all. Or like one of those serving. Actually, I'm gonna check that. ChatGPT fact check. What is the definition of a wench really? Because I know it can sometimes be perceived as derogatory, but that's not my intention here. All right. We're still waiting on. Let's check our brickworks. Are they keeping up? Yeah, I think they are keeping up with our row houses. Good. Yeah, let's end the episode soon because I'm kind of not sure where to go from here. I kind of had this idea of mind of finishing off this block of row houses and completing some logistics for our dairy manufacturing, cart shed, all this. Yeah, okay. Let's do some roads. Some pavement. Yeah. Hmm. So it's kind of awkward with these shapes, right? Um, so how do I do this? Hmm. What if I start from here first? Is this a thing? Go like this? Just to square it off? Maybe. Hmm. Let's try it. Can't be concave. Okay. What about that? Trader. I need some glass from you, right? Yeah, let's get some glass. Glass is surprisingly cheap. We are not selling you beer, which reminds me, I don't want to be selling beer anymore. That's too important for our. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Let's set this to 0. And then move resources. Move 500 beer. Oops. I can just go 555, right? And then move you to the new granary, which is over here. There we go. And then crank this number up. Good. All right. Pavement complete. Okay. Let's see if we can tidy this up a bit. Warehouse complete. Let's unpause you. Oh, it's getting there. These irregular ones have a certain charm to them, I think. Like, could look janky bits at the same time, but still kind of works. Once this corner one goes in, I'll be curious to see how the final product looks. In the meantime, let's do some more decorating with pavement. Okay, it's like a weird Tetris game. Luckily, oops, 211. What am I clicking? Misclicking. 211 deal. 110. Iron top up? Yeah. Sure. Line top up? That's good. Stone. Let's get all your stone. Okay, let's do a block in here. Hmm? I wonder how this is going to look if I do something like this. Too short. Hmm. Like a weird Tetris game. I should put some benches along here. Yeah, let's do that. Right angles to you, please. Let's put a couple in. And a bush. Couple of bushes. Oh, they love it. Trade and transport. What a chill game. So enjoyable. Here we'll go up to here. Too short. It's really painful. How else would I do it? Okay, new idea. Yeah. Go with something like this. And then on this side, the same thing. Yeah, okay, that seems to work. This awkward shape. We'll square it off. Sorry for the erratic mouse movement. I was just trying to scroll a bit, but I should use the WASD keys. But luckily, little stone. Yes, please. More iron. Iron is fine. Lime. Sure, a little top up. Okay. Yeah, so for this weird angle, how about we go something like here to here and then to here? Oh, is it going to work? Let's try it. Too short. Oh, you suck. Okay, so let's get rid of you. Who else could we do this weird angle? Um, Fudge it a bit like that. All right, let's try that. Out of bricks, huh? Our brick makers are being worked overtime, or they're probably distracted by all the ladies at the tavern. Hmm. Looks like it's doing well. 183 units. And this granary has a really good amount. Let's check the other granary. You guys sharing the beer? Yeah, looks good. All right, trying bricks. Almost ready. Seems like these guys are doing okay. Let's do that just for a moment. Let's see our guys working on the pavements. I wonder if in the past this is how a 690 population town looked. Like, was there really this much foot traffic coming in and out of buildings at a certain time of day? This is crazy. I mean, this corner building could be Harrods in London, and you got all these tourists and people coming in and out doing the tourism thing or going shopping. Yeah, crazy. Are you guys working on this? Full resources are collected. Huh. All resources are. Oh, okay. That was weird. Okay. Oh, weren't we going to build a public school? I think we wanted to educate our people, right? Didn't I build that? Yeah. Didn't this happen in a previous episode? We got a. Oh, he's 15, but still, he was buying alcohol and getting a primary education. What a game. So good. All right, Takachi. Start of the new year for your shoe fetish. Fetish. I gotcha. There you go. Charcoal, clothes. Um, Iron top up. Fine, we're good. Lime, we're good. All right, pavement's going in. Yeah, well, let's complete this row house and then call it an episode. We can admire our new. Oh, look at that! It looks it looks a little wonky. I can't lie. I can't say that that looks great. It does look a little wonky. Um, this must be the part of the game which is a challenge for maybe not for you. Maybe you find this easy. Whereas designing this shaped block with the restrictions on the size, right? You can't have it too short on this axis. You can't have it too short or long on any of the axis, really. They have restrictions. And this is kind of the design that I came up with, and it looks a little wonky. And you also got to consider these kind of bring the URL back. No, that's going to help if I go like this. Yeah, they got these little tags sticking out the back that you got to be aware of. This is the best I could do with what I had, and maybe once it's all filled in, you won't, you know. But now I'm seeing it, I can never unsee this, right? It's just a little too wonky. Hmm. Yeah, because this corner house length, if I bring it out to here, then this length and this length, I can't get them short enough. In fact, this length here at the back and this length here at the back are the shortest they can possibly be. Hmm. It is what it is. That's going to add to the character of our town here in Ostriv on map 4. Hmm. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Feel free to leave a comment if you haven't already. That would be appreciated. If not, no comment means that I'm doing a decent enough job. And there are no dislikes on this channel so far, so that's a good sign. We can leave it like that if you guys like. Yeah. The Ladies' Tavern, 2 squares of row houses, or 2 blocks of row houses complete. We're coming along nicely. 691 pop. 28 years from settlement started. I'll see you guys next episode. Take care. Bye bye.